My bad. This time I have an excuse, lack of sleep. All right. I'll get better at it, I promise. I'm going to get a person eventually. We'll get a person. But I've done like 3 times in a row now. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so in case you guys didn't already see this, if you're invested in CleanSpark, I gave an explanation of like the trade halting and what it means and all this kind of stuff, right? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Classic. Yes, you can. Okay. All right, good. All right, so I gave an explanation of all of it. Essentially, I think it's a combination of 2 things. 1, it says pending news. Okay, so we know there's news coming. 2, we had a massive spike. Yeah, I know, right? I'm so horrible. I'm the shittiest YouTuber ever. But we had a massive spike from about 3 to 4 cents. It looks like 4 cents down here to 21 cents with the contract or with the warrants with CleanSpark. And I won't even go into what warrants are right now. But this is very interesting because this is a huge spike. So it seems like there was insider information that was leaked. And I'm sure the New York Stock Exchange has requested information from CleanSpark on why their warrants jumped over 1,000%, roughly in a day, or close, something like that. So that's probably a huge part of it, but also too, it says pending news. And I think the pending news this probably means that they acquired somebody. People are saying, hey, what, wait a second here. Does this mean they're being bought out? I doubt it. I mean, you guys have to realize they just went from what, I think it was a convertible ATM of 300 million to 600 million. Everybody was worried about why they were spending so much money. Don't you think they're the ones that would be doing the buyouts? So if anything, I would be looking to them purchasing additional miners. That would be my thought process there. That they're looking to acquire somebody else. Okay, so that's my thought process. Now, it could be anything. Okay, things like this can happen. It could be anything. But with the upside price action in the warrant market, I'm guessing it's pretty good news, or people wouldn't have been buying these in mass. Okay. Yes, CleanSpark halted. That's literally what we're talking about. It could be, it's 10 days, actually. They can halt for up to 10 days. So all I can say is most of the T12s are mergers or buyouts, just praying for out-of-the-money calls. Yeah, so again, that could be a problem too. But that could be a problem too. I doubt they're the ones getting bought out, though. And I don't know. We'll see about the merger part of it. But I doubt they're the ones getting bought out. I don't think that's a thing. And could this be an issue? I mean, we had something similar to this with Matterport, right? I didn't think we'd see, well, and I don't even know that we're seeing this, but with Matterport, we saw a company acquire them. They did acquire Grid. It's not related to that at all. That's probably completely independent and separate. This is probably another major news announcement. And again, they're the ones that have gathered tons of money in order to be able to acquire other Bitcoin miners. That's literally the strategy. So I think they're probably the ones doing an acquisition. Could there be a merger too? Potentially. And yes, you're right. Out of the money calls, to the point that Crypto was talking about. If they're out of the money calls and they're way out of the money and they're the ones getting acquired, like Matterport, for the people that remember that, then you'll lose it all. If you're out of the money, if you're way out of the money, that's what's coming, okay? So to be clear, if they're the ones getting acquired, you lose if you're way out of the money on calls. But if they're the ones doing the acquiring, then you're going to win, okay? That's the gist of it. And a merger is more complicated. But we really don't know anything, and we can't do anything. So I would just hope for the best. This is why we're diversified. This is why we don't put all of our eggs in one basket, okay? It's exactly for this reason. This is why when you hear people that are like fanboying about their favorite Bitcoin miner and how they literally don't own anything, but that's all they own, that's fucking stupid, because all kinds of things can happen. Now, for some of those people, if this turns out to be really good news, which I think it's probably going to be, then they're going to do awesome. I don't think anybody would acquire them. Again, the entire strategy of this company is growth and acquiring other companies. It's not to get acquired, right? Robbie, can you simply buy the stock versus playing options? Yes, you can, and that is the safest way to do it. You don't get the multiplier, though. I swear it's because Trump was elected. Yep, that's probably right. It's all Trump. If it's because Trump was elected, then we're going to do really well. Okay? We're going to do really well. All right, let's get to everything here. We got a lot going on. It's a busy day. I didn't get a lot of sleep. Sorry I'm a little bit late today. I ate too late, and my stomach issues suck. I did check into I can't even remember the name of it, but what you guys told me to check into. I had my wife check into it because she's the brains of the operation. So, and she did confirm that the FDA didn't bless or say that this is a product that should be used. I can't even remember the name of it. I probably shouldn't talk about it since I can't remember what it's called. Maybe you guys remember. But she did find a bunch of people saying that it was great and it's helped them a lot, and then try to do searches to make sure that it's not bullshit and promotion. So anyway, we ordered some oral medicine for it, so see if that helps my stomach. Hopefully it does, because I'm so tired. Been fighting for so many years with stomach-related illness, and I'm just tired of it. So yeah, the FDA law. That was my response. I know, it's like I don't trust the FDA with anything. They're so paid by the people that are involved with the FDA are so paid by pharmaceutical companies and everything else. I don't trust shit. I don't trust them to give you what makes you better, because they just want to make money. And if they fix the problems, then they don't make money. So you can't fix them. You just have to help people deal with them and hopefully develop more problems so that they can make more money off of you. That's the way I look at the FDA right now, but that's getting ready to change. We had Trump do a post where he's getting ready to butcher everything, guys. I should probably talk about this real quick because it's going to be impactful, I'm sure, with a lot of the federal government. Let me hop over to that real quick. So this is a statement from Trump talking about everything they're going to reform, okay? It's a lot. It's a lot. So let's just play this real quick. 1 second.
Here's my plan to dismantle the...
I'm gonna...
To dismantle the...
Look at this. Oh, I can't do both at the same time.
Deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all. And corruption it is.
BPC 157.
First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively. Guys. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives. Is that 2023?
Christians, yeah.
Or the left's political...
Well, whatever. Yeah, we could assume it's happening. So if you look down here, it just says immediately reissue my executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, clean out all the corrupt actors, expose hoaxes, totally reform FISA courts which are so corrupt that judges seemingly don't care when they've lied in warrant applications. Make every inspector general's office independent of physical, separated from the departments they oversee so that they don't become protectors of the deep state. Ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they're not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people. He's going to tear shit up. He's going to tear it up. I'm very excited with what's going to happen. Crypto Analyzer, imagine being up 90,000 and out of the money calls and waking up to zero. I have 300,000 in them, so I can probably imagine that. I could probably imagine it. So we'll see. But again, people shouldn't go to that. You shouldn't go to the darkest place of what can potentially happen in life in general. That's my recommendation, okay? Don't go to the darkest place. Remember what CleanSpark was doing. Remember that the fastest growing miner. Remember that somebody was buying the shit out of warrants and launching them 1,000% in a day, almost, right? Remember that. So if anything, this is upside potential. So if it was dumping like crazy, then I would be more worried, right? You're a pessimist. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. That could be good too. We need people like you. You know, you're the ones that are like, don't walk up to the tiger and see if it's friendly. So that's good too. We got to have the pessimists to keep us grounded. Is there no time frame for the company to release info? So it can take up to 10 days. So I don't know. I don't know when we're going to get anything. When CleanSpark on Halt calls expiring today. Oh, so if you have calls expiring today, what you should do is contact your broker. What they'll most likely do is extend the time frame to allow you to be able to execute. Okay? Yeah, if CLSW warrants were dumping hard, that would be more worrisome. That's when I would be concerned, Alex. If they were dumping hard or the stock started dumping hard and then we got a halt, I would be like, damn, this sucks. Okay? Oh, thanks, Seymour. Seymour Sats. Love that name, too. But, yeah, then I would be really concerned. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there, guys, so that you have some clarity. I saw a bunch of people pondering about things. I didn't really see good posts, maybe outside of Rex. He had a pretty good one. But that's why I wanted 16 million CleanSpark. That is 16 million. I saw someone bought 16 million before close. Yeah, that was probably in the warrant market. That's in the warrant market. So yeah, and it wasn't even, I don't even think it was just before close. It was throughout the day, but it was massive purchases. So that usually tells you that somebody knows something really positive about the stock and they're trying to benefit from it. But again, there's so many people pondering what's going on right now. CleanSpark halted on T12. This means information is being requested by NASDAQ. I think it's actually the New York Stock Exchange. I have strong belief that CleanSpark just got bought out. We will see whenever more news is out. I don't even know. Again, lots of feelings going out there, guys. Lots of feelings from people about CleanSpark, but I don't like to operate off of feelings. So I just gave you guys definitions of what it means and then historical reference to what it's meant in the past. Because feelings only get you so far. All right, let's get back over here, though. Back on track. Where Grok, I mean Sealess today. Where's Grok? Where's Sealess? Sealess is on break. I don't know. Where is Sealess? Are we still live? Am I in the right live stream? Oh, dude, I'm in the wrong. I'm looking at chat. I was looking at my chat up here, and I'm like, why isn't it updating? It was the one from yesterday with Powell. I'm just a mess today. Good time to buy Mara? Maybe. I mean, either way, probably not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, again, if CleanSpark, if this is good news, this is consolidation at the worst case. I mean, if it wipes out all my call position and I lose, $350,000, at least in this one account, I would be dismayed. But if it was a merger acquisition, it's going to benefit everybody, except for me with out-of-the-money calls. So even in that case, it would be beneficial to everybody, just not me or anybody that has out-of-the-money calls. In general, if a company is bought out at a lower price than the future out-of-the-day money, are you generally out of luck? Yeah, if you're under the price, you're fucked. But again, I think the way more likely scenario is that they're the ones doing the buying. They're the ones that got the $600 million authorization to purchase other companies. So I think that's the more likely scenario, that they're the buyer, not the seller. And in that case, their ticker doesn't change. The other company they're buying changes, okay? And I doubt it would be a merger. I don't see the point in a merger. You would just buy them all out. You would want to be the one running the company. That's my take, okay? You said you only pay 10% penalty of tax when pulling from retirement accounts. How is this possible? It depends if you don't have income. And I showed that yesterday. Look up long-term capital gains calculators, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So if you're retired, like I was, and you didn't have income, you're paying a penalty if you withdraw under a certain amount. So remember that, because it's capital gains. It's not income. So, again, just look it up. But you guys all have income, I'm assuming. I don't think there's a lot of retired people here. Maybe there is. I don't know. All right, let's get back to it. The Fear and Greed Index is at 70. This had a nice little uptick from the last 2 days. 60. But this had a nice little uptick over the last 2 days, but was really flat yesterday, even though, I made another $250,000 or something like that. Oh, okay. Let me see. More questions about CleanSpark. All right, 1 second. Crypto analyzer. Do companies usually get T12 halt when buying someone out? So our take. So there's a couple things happening here, and this will be like the last time I talk about it. Okay. So there's two things happening. There's the warrant market that exploded higher. Okay. The warrant market shouldn't go from 4 cents to 26. So there's that. That's pretty interesting, right? So that's one really fucked up thing. And then you have the official announcement for the T12 is awaiting news. So they're probably investigating. So A, there's news. B, they're investigating why the warrant market went up from 4 cents to 26 cents in a day, and what that means. Like if somebody's insider trading, okay? So they T12 this thing because they're like, whoa, something fucked up's happening. And then they put down awaiting news because they found out there's news. Yeah, Alvaro, the New York Stock Exchange suspects insider info was leaked. I 100% agree with that. That's exactly. And there's news. So you get the pending news because there's something that's happened, and they think that there's a leak, and they want to punish these motherfuckers. Whoever's doing this, whoever's doing insider trading, they want to figure that out. That's why you can have this halt for an extended period of time, because they're like, this is messed up. You shouldn't have 1,100. I don't think it's 1,100%, whatever. But you shouldn't have a massive increase in one day. You shouldn't. And maybe it is 1,100. I can't see all the tickers. I think they overdrew this. I think it's like 850%. But they're trying to make sure that insider trading isn't occurring. That's it. They just want to make sure that it's fair for market participants. And my guess would be that insider trading did occur. Somebody let a friend or somebody know that something crazy was happening, and that was a stupid decision for them to do, because they could be in deep shit. But yeah, so that's why. Okay, so done talking about CleanSpark for now. I want to move on to bigger stuff. Well, I don't know about bigger stuff. I mean, for me, losing $400,000 or whatever it is, I think it's $350 in options would suck. I'd hate that. It's like 7-8% of my portfolio today. 7%, I think. Altair, CleanSpark was going to wait until the end of day Friday to release news as usual. Someone found out early. Yeah, that's probably true. Friday is probably the day. So yeah, so maybe we find out about it at the end of today and then heading into the beginning of next week. That's a good way to do it, because then you have people that can digest the news over the weekend and then come out on Monday and make their decisions based off the news. So I could see that. The Dems will try and ruin the economy by January. That's really random, Richie. And they can't. And I don't even think they'd want to, because they still have to deal with the ramifications of it. And then they have Trump in office with a full mandate and control of everything. Everything. You got to realize, guys, they won in like state seats. They won in governorship. They won in the House. They won in the Senate. I mean, we've already got the Supreme Court, and they've got the presidency of the United States. Plot twist, Nancy Pelosi bought $16 million in CleanSpark. Wouldn't that be fucking totally on par? What happens to holders that expire today? Contact your broker. I posted about this too, but most likely there'll be an extension to allow you to be able to execute your options. So if this is really positive news and you were close to in the money and it expired today, you should be able to make potentially shit tons of money come when we get the news and this opens up. So just check on that. I believe that's the way it's going to work. Because again, they need to, and this can vary. It's probably dependent upon use case, but that's the definitions I could find, and that's the experience I've had. So contact your broker is essentially it. Contact them and talk to them. They should give you an extension, the ability to be able to execute them at the market open when it happens, or maybe by the end of that day or something to allow you time that you would have had. And if that's true, and this thing is really positive news and the stock doubles and you had shorter dated calls, you guys could make a shit ton of money as long as you're in the money or close to wherever it's going to be. Disease Kodak, if anyone asks about CLSK from now on, we can tell them to go back and watch the beginning. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. So again, 60 for the stock index for fear and greed, so just a little bit in greed. And then the crypto doesn't seem to change much anymore. But we're into the extreme greed territory, which I think is okay. I think that's totally understandable. Let me see here 1 second. So let me go over here real quick. I want to look at what we have for economic data today. Again, I'm starting late today, guys. So you guys might have more news than I do, so if you see anything, let me know. Dustin P11, well, at least my sell calls expiring today will expire worthless, likely. Hopefully. Good luck. Good luck. But yeah, let's look. We got a bunch of stuff from Japan, Canada, and some from China. We'll leave that alone for now. At 10 a.m., I still think this is the wrong time zone. I need to move this over and try and fix it. So at 9 o'clock, we should get the Michigan consumer sentiment. We should get 5-year inflation expectations, current conditions, all that stuff. And then we got the WASD report. And that's really it for today for the United States. And then overnight, it looks like we're getting inflation and PPI data from China. That should be impactful. People should be paying attention to that. So we got the weekend stuff. So really, we don't have much. Let's look at, since we don't have much to look at out in the United States, let's look at outside, okay? Let's look. Question for me, did you ever do a video? No, I didn't. I didn't do Micron. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I'll let you know what I do, though. Coincident index preliminary. What is this even? I don't even know what this is. Let's listen to it. Coincident index correlates with the business cycle and is used to identify the current state of the economy. In general, increasing coincident index shows that the economy is in an expansion phase and decreasing. Okay, all right. The index is calculated using month-over-month percentages and changes in 11 leading indicators, 11 coincident indicators, and 6 lagging. So this is supposed to be a really broad-based measure of how the economy is doing. And we got, let me just go back here, make sure I got the full thing. And we got a 115.7 where the forecast was 115.3 and the previous was 114. So Japan looks like it had a pretty good indicator of what was coming. I just talked about CLSK for like the entirety of the beginning of this, so you'll have to go back, S&B. Leading economic index preliminary for Japan is a 109.4, and the consensus was 108.9, and the forecast was 107.3. So that's, again, another, like our leading economic indicator, that's another positive for Japan. So Japan's looking good, right? We got the current account with China. A current account surplus of 149 billion in the third quarter, soaring from 60 billion in the corresponding in the previous year to mark the widest surplus in 2 years. The goods surplus widened sharply to a record high as the weakening domestic demand for goods drove companies to rely on foreign markets to meet sales targets. In turn, service deficits narrowed, and the primary gap narrowed. In turn, the secondary income surplus narrowed to 4 billion. Okay. So let's just read this down here and see if there's any. Current account is the sum of the balance of the trade, exports minus imports, goods and services, net factor income. So again, they're having to really rely on foreign markets to try and push out goods because they have no economy of their own right now. And this is a huge uptick. This needs to be noticed, okay? This is the second highest in the history of this country. This is not a good sign of how China is doing internally. Make a mental note of that, okay? Don't invest in China. It's fucking dangerous. When you do charts, can you chart Zim? Yeah, we'll try and take a look at that. Mucho, Coinbase, CBBTC goes live on Solana. Cool. Bearish, curious how Rivian trades today. Mixed earnings, but could still get pumped. Rivian is a shit company. I would not invest in it. It's going to die. It's going to die a quick death. Unless somebody saves it because out of kindness. Indian foreign exchange reserves. Foreign exchange reserves held by the Reserve Bank of India fell to 682.1 billion as of November 1st, 2024, making the fifth consecutive decline since the record high. The drop was owed to an outflow of foreign capital as heightened geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, investors' preference towards Chinese assets after Beijing stimulus announcements. So essentially what they're saying here is that India's markets pumped hard for a long time since the bottom of 2022. and when they had 531 million or 525,000 million, so a big number, and then it went all the way up to what 701. So this is a big transition, a 50% increase almost. And they're saying that people got excited and move some of their money to China, which is fucking stupid. The unemployment rate for Canada. How are we looking in Canada, guys? It was in line at 6.5%. It's a horrible unemployment rate. Let's look at how it does versus historical trends. I mean, Canada's sucked for a while, but yeah, I don't know. Unemployment was down, and before the pandemic, it was down in the 5s, and so now it's climbing at a pretty increasing clip. Jesse, how am I? I'm okay. A little tired today. My stomach didn't do too well last night. I ate too much too late. Got to get better at that. But now I'm doing my BIP 157 something. I'm going to try that. Employment change. It says 14,500. So what do we expect? I got to look at the first screen. It just doesn't show here. I don't have an opinion on Mercado Libre earnings because I didn't look at them. I think if anybody probably has an opinion on that, it's probably my buddy Tanner. I might do a video with him this weekend too. Future Invest. So maybe we talk about it on there. Maybe I ask him questions about it and you guys can participate. Anyway, employment change was 14,500 positive, but consensus was 25,000 and forecast was 32. So that's not great. And this is month over month, I think. Yeah, which I hate that. It just doesn't give a lot of signal, but doesn't look super great. Doesn't look very expansionary, but we'll see. Participation rate was 64.8, slightly lower than forecast. Let's look at that based on historical trends for Canada. Not good. Not good at all. Some of the worst numbers we've seen since the 90s. Canada is fucked. Thank you, Justin Trudeau. Average hourly wage in Canada went up. That's bad when you have an economy going down. If you guys want to worry about stagflation, worry about Canada. So their forecast was 4.4%, but it's 4.9. That's not good. You don't want to have a rate of inflation that is higher and higher and higher. Full-time employment change, 25,600 towards the positive. They expected less. Part-time employment change, they got less. They expected more. Interesting. That's kind of weird, actually. That doesn't make a lot of sense at all. But anyway, in an hour, we'll get this other data. I'm going to move this over real quick to my other screen. For now, I'm just going to dump in here and refresh the page for CNBC and let this kind of play out with the live stream while I fix the time zone here for this trading economic thing because it's annoying me. I don't know why it's not showing the right time zone. So give me a second. Jesse, try taking Tums or Pepsid. No, man. That's like, yeah, I do that because I'm forced to, but that's the worst thing you can do for your stomach. Because my problem, I think, for the most part, is when you take those things all the time, you don't produce acid anymore. And if you don't produce acid anymore, you don't actually have your food getting digested. So you get this repeating doom loop. And it's not good. But yeah, I do that when I have to. But I try not to have to. Because again, that's just dangerous and painful. And it's not worth it. All right, let me see if this updated now. Let me see. I'm trying to update this. Oh, here, let me get Andrew Dorkin in.
The S&P 500 off about 5 points. And Joe, I have some news for you.
Tell me.
I know you don't always agree with my politics.
No,
never.
Apparently, in the great county of Bergen County, New York, New Jersey rather.
Ridgewood, yeah.
There's a list of folks who have been written in for the presidential election. And yours truly, Andrew Ross Sorkin, was one of the write-ins in Bergen County. I don't know who that person was. I want to thank them for your vote.
I like
and
that.
I appreciate it very, very much.
You know, Lee Cooperman said Mitt Romney. I'd much rather have you
than
Mitt Romney.
Make sure you join us. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you soon. Squawk on the Street begins right now.
All right. And so now I'm starting to wonder, let's look here. I don't even know what I was looking at because we are on Friday.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to Squawk on the Street. I'm
I don't know. It's all updated
Jim Cramer,
now.
David Faber at Post 9 of the New York Stock Exchange. Futures wrapping up an historic week in a prior day session that almost...
It's all updated now, and the time frame's different. It looks like it's 8:30, so we'll be looking at that in a second. Oh, Dorkin Sorkin, my favorite. Jesse, should you think of using a CPAP for your sleep? No, CPAPs are horrible. They're horrible because they start to breathe for you. I don't use that. I actually use a mouth guard, like this. And that actually keeps your tongue from rolling back into your throat. And that has changed things dramatically for me. My sleep is infinitely better. The problem I have, though, is my food doesn't digest quickly. And then I get acid reflux and other problems. But yeah, CPAPs I think are just shit. I would get a mouth guard that pulls your jaw forward and keeps your tongue from rolling back into your throat before I would get a CPAP. Any day of the week, dude. Hey, Jesse, not sure your gut problem is, but found eating more red meat and fruit. Yeah, all those things are good. I've been trying to do that. Staying away, there's a bunch of things I have to stay away from. There's this gastroparesis list. It's huge. No, it doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter, though. I don't want it. It's a horrible fucking experience. I hated it. I actually have a relative that died on a CPAP machine. So I don't want a CPAP at all. So again, that's why I use the guard. My sleep, so I did a sleep study. I've done a lot of stuff already, okay? So I did a sleep study and I was waking up like 90 times a night. After this thing, it was almost gone. So I'm good on that front. I'm not worried about that.
Pronouncements.
Yes, I did, Rumi. And we talked about it at the beginning here if you want to refer to that. I also did a pretty lengthy post explaining exactly what's happening. You get the mouth guard from a dentist. It's the weirdest thing. And nobody... So, like, I did the sleep study, and then the hospital tries to push the CPAP on you because they make a monthly fee for the CPAP. The CPAP is fucking horrible. You have to clean it all the time. Otherwise, it could get dirty and have bacteria in it, and then you could get some kind of infection. Okay? So, but the hospitals want to push a CPAP on you because it's monthly reoccurring revenue. We like that in the investing world, right? So do hospitals. So don't do that. And tequila doesn't work for me. I can't actually drink alcohol at all. Do I lift weights? I do push-ups every once in a while. But yeah, so the mouth guard is way better. I had to talk to my dentist about it. And my dentist had to go, whoa, nobody asked for these. Yeah, we do have some providers. And they made it to graft towards my mouth. They literally made it like you would do Invisalign or something. I think it was like $600. I can't even remember. But I got that, and it completely resolved my sleeping-related issues. Now it's just the stomach stuff that's a problem. So, yeah, definitely. What is this? Ooh, China stuff. I want to see what's going on here. Yeah, it helps. I've been exercising a lot more. I've been going on walks every day. I've been trying to do push-ups. I was being sarcastic, but I've been trying to do push-ups, so a few curls. I need to do more, but I've been trying to get a lot healthier and be more active. I can't eat late at night either. It's my death rattle, man. The good old mouth guard, I used to have to use one for teeth grinding. Yeah, honestly, dude, if you have a problem, guys, where you snore, if you snore really badly or literally like have a big gulp and wake up because you snored so bad, you probably have issues where your tongue is rolling back into your throat. And you should get a mouth guard. It will change your life. Okay, it will change your life. It changed mine, at least, in a very positive way. I want to see what they're talking about. China announces $1.4 trillion package to address local government debt concerns. We're doing this again? Is this another one? I'm confused. Is this another one? I second Dr. Berg. Yeah, he's great. I've been following him, too. I've tried tons of stuff, guys. I try tons of stuff, but I really appreciate all of it. I've done like... I probably, outside of the BIP 157 or whatever you guys were talking about, I think I've done everything else. Everything. Hey, Jesse, I brought up GSAT a couple of days ago. They just had earnings yesterday, and it was pretty good. I'm hoping if you could take a look. Yeah, I'll try to in a second here. All right, let's look at this Chinese-related news. I want to hear what they're saying here. Is this more stimulus? And do you guys have any other major news events? Again, CleanSpark is a thing, but is there anything else going on today?
$1.4 trillion in a debt swap. People are calling it more stabilization than stimulus.
I think that's right. I think that one of the things we keep thinking is that you're going to wake up one day and they will do something nuclear to get this thing going. And it's just not going to be that. They'll keep doing things until it does go. So those who are playing this game, you probably want to buy Alibaba because it's down, betting that there will be still one more. They'll keep stimulus going, Carl, until they win. And they have
No,
a command
they
economy,
won't.
and I think we keep thinking that
They won't.
well, it's one and done.
They
Now,
won't
David,
win.
They're in too much trouble to do one and done. You know that.
Yeah, but they're
stupid.
not doing what many had, I think, hoped when there was the initial.
Guys, do not invest in anything China. Do not invest. Don't invest in Baba. I've got friends like the Jake. He's great. He does really good charting. He's got tons of people that subscribe to him. He talks about, or at least he used to talk about China. He wanted to do what is it called? The X Spaces thing with me, and I told him no for now. I don't know. I just don't. There's a couple people I'm friends with, but I don't want to really. I don't know. I don't want to collaborate with people. I don't want to be tied to other people. There's a few people I've already done videos with, and they want me to sell shit, and I'm not selling anybody's shit. I just want to be very clear. The only things I will pitch are things I absolutely love. Okay? That's the only time. I'm going to pitch things, and I'm going to be fully transparent when I do, like I've always been, okay? But I'm not going to just I'm not going to pitch shit for other people because they have bigger accounts than me. I'm just not going to do that. And I'm not saying Jake was going to do that at all, but I told him I'm like on hiatus from working with other people. I'll probably be more on the finance junkies because I like those guys. And then I'll probably be more on Future Invest and maybe a few others where I really like the people. Maybe Amit if he wants it, but others I don't give a shit. Dentist here, Drew Barton says, was just getting ready to say these guards are bought at the dentist, not at Walmart. I might have missed part of that conversation, but this one was literally made for me. They did a mold, just like I do Supergut actually already. Mop74 Supergut is a shake from David Friedberg. His company. Yes, I do that, and it's amazing. It actually helps limit my appetite. Yesterday, though, I was really busy, so I did that. And then I didn't have one for night. And so I was like, oh, let me just grab some of this pizza and some of these, just like the worst fucking food you can have. So it is what it is. But stay away from China, guys. Stay the fuck away from China. Please to God. If you listen to anything I have to say, first, buy Bitcoin and Tesla. And then second, whatever, stay away from China.
Pronouncements.
Yes, you're right.
And you've referenced Tepper, of course, who was on our air that day. And then
I'm familiar with.
Nah, I don't do the indices, and I'm not even interested in puts right now. If I'm doing anything, I'm doing TLT as a hedge and maybe ARGT as like a future buying opportunity where I want to accumulate now.
I'm familiar with this position.
But since then,
since then, he's over in Munich, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Hood's growing really quick, Satri. It's growing really fast.
For the Giants or what?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Since then, there hasn't been as much as might have been hoped based on the language, at least at the time. Now, this is designed to basically swap government bonds for some local debt, and therefore, reducing the debt load, making it a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm never going to pitch GameStop. I'm never going to talk to you about Bed Bath & Beyond. Well, I guess I don't have to anymore. I think they're done, right? But I'm never going to pitch you stupid shit because I don't want to be involved in it. I don't. Mobileye Banana is balls deep on this one. Can you look? I don't care about that one at all. I don't care about Mobileye, guys. It might do all right, but I'm betting on the fastest horse. The fastest horse is definitely going to be Tesla. I'm never going to know the fundamentals of Mobileye. Work with Banana on that one. That's his thing. It's not mine. I'm not interested in Mobileye. I'm not interested in Chinese stocks. I'm not interested in GME. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Dr. Phil Katz in New York will figure out what's wrong with your stomach and esophagus issues. This guy is the guy you want. Everyone else with zero results. All right. Thanks, dude. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Thank you. Happy to help you. Yeah, if you could, dude. Scotty, send me. Here, let me make sure I'm friends with you so you can DM me, bro. Because I'll take anything, dude. I just don't want to suffer. I got too much to do in my life still. I don't care so much if my life goes away, but I've got a lot of responsibility for other people right now. And so I got to take care of myself. Let me find, where's my freaking stream? Did it generate? Where is it? Where are you at, stream? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me go into the stream real quick and find you in here on the chat. Just 1 second. And I'm going to play this while I'm looking for him.
And more transparent, clearer, and helping the balance sheets of some of these municipalities which have gotten overloaded with debt that they took on to help their own economies
right,
when
Scotty,
they were able to sell land to meet the interest costs for that debt. That has stopped. But in terms of getting money into the
I already did gold.
Chinese consumers' hands,
They have not.
we haven't done that yet.
Check my
and
post.
I would reference Richemont today.
Real quickly. I already did talk about CleanSpark. You could go back to the beginning of this video. It's the first thing we talk about. Otherwise, you can look at my post too. I just did one this morning talking about CleanSpark and the Halt and how it works and my thoughts on it. It could be up to 10 days.
Luxury is going to be down again on this, and it's largely because apparently, at least from a couple of notes I'm seeing, the specialist watchmakers division at Richemont,
Yeah, right, Chuck?
and notably, of course, weakness in the greater China market.
Well, look, Richemont
So China's
was
getting
a way
destroyed
to be able
today.
to show you
Yay.
were wealthy, since you're not allowed to show big house. You show big watch.
Right.
And we see over and over again, Carl, all of this, the specialties, everything that costs a lot of money that the Chinese were using to show off, that's no longer flies. I mean, and I think they're not even, look what happened to Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder was I'm going to use this because it's a big hack phrase.
And you could be right.
Canary in the coal mine. That was the one that told you, well, you know what? The $30 Mac, they're not going for that. And if you look at Estee Lauder, the evisceration of a great company where it finally cut its dividend, that may be where these companies go. I mean, I don't feel like anyone's going to get bailed out by the government.
Interesting debate about U.S.-China trade. On the one hand, they don't have a consumer economy, so they need to protect their exports, right?
Yes.
They are going to have to make up for those tariffs if they come.
Yes.
On the other hand, we also rely quite a bit on Chinese goods until we can make a lot of stuff on our own.
Well, that's
so
why.
Who's first to get self-reliant?
I think that there's this sense that there's going to be a meat axe 60%. My intel says that's absolutely untrue. It will be applied where it doesn't hurt us, and it will not be applied where it hurts us.
Because we can't afford.
Right, and also because the President-elect Trump is not blind to what could hurt us. You know, David, I know that there's a sense that what this President-elect wants is hardline and ideological. I'm saying it's to be a deal that has to be made, and that that's his position, 60%. And then you work it down. It's The Art of the Deal, which actually was a decent book.
Written by, what was it, Tony Schwartz? Was that his name, this co-writer?
Wow,
there?
good memory.
Good luck,
yes,
Chicken.
co-author.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we'll get
Who
open
ended up becoming
today.
a big Trump
Very critical.
I don't know
of
if
him.
the trading will be open.
that turned out to be not a partnership as
Listen,
much as
you know, Jim, there is an expectation that obviously we know. I mean, it's not like this is new to us. He was president. We remember.
Right.
He is
Well,
transactional.
he's a deal maker.
Certainly. And I think there is an expectation, perhaps, even on the part of the Chinese, that there will be something that can be done here in terms of quid pro quo that
Right.
will not result in bringing the world's economy to
Can
a
we drop
to a
the
halt.
60%? Look, let others do the
but
60%
Jim,
across
at the
board.
same time,
I don't want to be wrong.
Nobody
I
knows.
like being right.
Nobody knows.
No,
Nobody
but
knows.
some people have more intel than others.
Some people will be surprised and others won't.
Listen to him.
We also had a deal where they were going to
Sage.
buy a bunch of our stuff that never ended up
No,
happening.
that didn't.
Whatever happened with all the
How about the
agricultural
soy?
products?
Where's soy?
What happened with that?
David, you know, it got kind of overlooked.
It did.
Yeah.
You know who could tell us more about all this is Eunice Yoon joining us from Beijing today,
Who likes
talking
being
about
right?
China's stimulus and whether some of those prior trade deals,
Ooh, Eunice.
provide any kind of antecedent.
We love Eunice.
Yeah, well, you know, this long-awaited stimulus is not really stimulus in the traditional sense. The headline number is big. It's $1.4 trillion, but it really isn't meant to directly stimulate demand. So about 60% of it is a program for local governments to issue new bonds over 3 years, inclering this year, to pay off what the government has described as
and
hidden
she's
debt.
honest,
So this
and
is
that's hard to
off,
be in China.
off
I love
the
her.
balance sheet, debt that is unrecognized, and that has been a primary source of risk in this economy. In addition to that, local governments will be allowed to issue more special bonds over 5 years to raise funds for the same purpose. The finance minister today also signaled that China was open to the idea of a larger fiscal deficit next year, so suggesting that we could see stimulus then. The stimulus in this package so far today is mainly going to be indirect. So it's a refinancing of the debt so that these local governments would have more cash to be able to spend, about $85 billion over 5 years. That's what the finance minister said, which he said would be helpful.
Going live with the market in 14 minutes.
Added that new measures would promote state
and we should have more data,
purchases to buy idle land and unsold homes. So that should, in theory, help the property sector. But overall, what this stimulus package was missing was really getting money into the hands of consumers.
And you know why it's missing that, guys? Because Xi Jinping doesn't believe in socialism. He doesn't believe, I know this sounds crazy, but he doesn't believe that the best allocators of capital are people. And so he believes a top-down approach is a better way to manage. Okay? So have you guys ever worked for a company that does a top-down approach? Would you say they're a good investment opportunity? Oh my God, all you guys in your CleanSpark stuff, how are you so out of date? Go to the beginning of the video. We talked about it. I've got a pretty lengthy post, probably the best one out there right now too on X. So check it out. But yeah, would you say a top-down approach to managing a company is a good idea? Would you say that? I would say no. I would say every top-down approach company I've ever worked with is horrific. Okay, horrific to work for, and that what is better is a company like an Elon Musk, where he's like, hey, we want to empower everybody here. We don't want a bunch of silos of managers. If there's things that you need to fix, tell somebody. And if they don't relay it down the chain, and it's a good idea, they're going to be responsible. Like that kind of thing, where you empower your employees to do a great job for the company. So. This isn't just a really simple explanation for why you should never touch anything in China. Here's the post. We got a post. Here's the post. We'll see. There's a lot of posts. Oh, yeah, my post. Yeah, that's the post. Okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, check this out. It gives pretty good details. If you have further questions, check the beginning of the video. I think I answered most of them for other people, okay?
And companies to stimulate demand. That's what the market was wanted, and that's why you saw a lot of
it could be up to 10 days before we know more.
Chinese-related stocks selling off today. Guys?
Well, Eunice, one of the things that you taught me about this economy is when you hear 1.4 trillion over multiple years, that's just way too little. And I think that people in our country think, Resolution Trust was so much less. I mean, this must be big. But the problem is so much bigger than ours. And why is it that people don't realize that?
Yeah, well, I think that the policymakers might realize it, and but the signal that they're sending is that the priority is not growth as much as it is stability.
Did I sell out of ARGT?
And I think that fits into the kind of larger shift that we.
So, did I sell out of ARGT? Yeah, like a long time ago. I post all this stuff on X, and then I also, if you look in the Discord, you could literally see every trade I do. So, in historical time reference, right? So, there's that. That is something I'm looking at adding to in the future. Did I sell out of MU? Yes, I did too. Again, I put all of it in here, right? I put sold almost 9% of my PayPal position and some MU to buy a lot of Bitcoin related investments and a little more hood. So I did that on 1031. So if you want to know this stuff, it's there. And you said iron? No, I didn't sell out of iron. I still have the exact same position. I do owe it to you guys. I've owed it to you guys for a long time to update my portfolio allocation. That was my plan for this morning, but since I didn't sleep at all, I didn't do it. But I will be doing that, okay? So you will have that, guys. Oh my God, Jesse, you had to rewind to start the stream to check if you remembered to unmute yourself. Yeah, fuck off, Soaring Shitty. Okay, I'm working on it. I'm going to get a person that's going to literally hit the mute button for me in the future. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Shinhaku, redeemable warrants exercisable for shares of common stock at an exercise price of $165.24. Yeah, I saw that. Is going to be Jesse Halted. 2.9 thousand viewers is going to be Jesse Halted. You guys are funny. Yeah, there is that. There's a post about that. Here, yeah, so there's this post too. I don't want to share it with a bunch of people because I think it'll just confuse them. I think this is for the warrants. But again, the warrants are supposed to be exercisable at 165.24, and the warrant market started exploding higher. So I think this is for the warrants. You guys let me know. So I don't think that's a lot of new information, honestly.
you're seeing here, where
again, guys, the easiest thing to do with this is just wait. You're not going to figure out what's happening with CleanSpark. You're just not. You're not. You just got to wait and see what happens when they unfreeze it. That's literally it. I know everybody just like wants resolution because it makes you feel better. But here's the bright note. The warrants were skyrocketing higher. They went up like 800% in a fucking day. So if that's happening, that's probably a positive sign for CleanSpark. There are some cases where it might not be good for CleanSpark if you have out-of-the-money options, or I should say not good for people who hold CleanSpark that are way outside of the money. I'm currently way outside of the money. I have $350,000 in it. But I think those are the lesser scenarios right now, okay?
the priority used to be economic development, and
I mean, that's like official documentation with the NASDAQ. I would think not. And that's the exercise price.
now it's more national security. So when you have risk...
All right, Proven B is literally talking to her. So, are you kidding? If you're not, that's fucking great. Tell him hi. Tell him we want to talk to Matt Schultz right now. We want him on YouTube.
Production.
I'm kidding. That's never going to happen.
In the financial sector, coupled with self-reliance, as you guys were talking about, that is all security-oriented. And one of the other things that the finance minister was really pressing on, he said that the government here has zero tolerance for hidden risk.
Like, tell us.
So,
tell us what the secretary
has to say. The government is looking for ways to prevent any unforeseen crises because security is becoming much more paramount.
Fuck.
How about Taiwan geopolitics? How do you think that all ties in with this discussion, Eunice?
Well, it's really very uncertain right now. I think that China is a little bit on the back foot with the idea that President-elect Trump could be, shifting things around. You guys had talked about trade and tariffs. There is a lot of concern about the 60% possibility of a 60% tariff on everything coming out of China.
Yeah, she's going to be like, why the fuck is everybody calling me today?
Doing so poorly with the jobs market and the excess capacity
This is the worst
issues.
Friday
but in terms
ever.
of Taiwan, that might be an area where President Xi Jinping would welcome if there's any shift from President-elect Trump, who suggested that, or at least signaled perhaps, that he could have a weaker position.
I bought one of my own mugs, by the way.
Taiwan, which would be welcome in Beijing.
Well,
it's really big.
If Taiwan pays the United States, it puts in its
Gary's
fair
probably
share,
got his out of office
then
on.
Pragmatically, a deal gets made with Trump.
Proven B gets
then why wouldn't Trump call Xi and say, okay, listen, here's the way it's going to work. You touch Taiwan.
I don't know. It's probably,
dude,
Eunice's name is probably literally because she works with Western markets all the time. I'm sure her name is not Eunice, or it was changed. But she's amazing. I love Eunice. She is so honest. She is frighteningly honest about what's happening in China during COVID and everything going back like a decade. She says way more than she should, and somehow gets away with it. They black her out and shut her off in Chinese markets all the time because they don't like what she's saying. So she's amazing.
Something that you will very much regret. Which is actually
what these nuts going on. That one or two Asian Eunices. Have you really?
But
is that
I think,
a name?
This uncertainty
Weird.
is really
hey, Jesse,
leaving the Chinese
gaining more muscle mass and
lifting
lifting should help with digestion. Yeah,
and
I
being
agree.
very cautious.
I have to. I'm definitely trying to. I got to eat more meat. The problem is I've had an issue ever since I was young where I would eat late at night and eat a lot. I don't know why. It's probably psychological, but it kills me. And so I got to get better at it. That's where the super gut stuff is amazing because it makes those problems go away. It's just I'd already had it all. I should really be saving it for nighttime when I really need it. So that was a stupid mistake on my part. And then I grabbed shitty food and ate really shitty food that is very bad for somebody with gastroparesis. But you're right. I think eating red meat, I know eating red meat, I know staying away from caffeine, which is hard for me, especially today. I know that staying away from alcohol helps immensely. I know that staying away from mushrooms helps. Weird, I know. There's just all these little things that I have to do. Kombucha is good too. Kombucha is good. Sourdough bread is better than white or wheat, 100%. I know all those things, and I try to do them. and staying away from like deep fried stuff. But I love deep fried stuff, and I love pizza, and the red sauce is horrible. Tomato or ketchup, I can't have either. I have to have a special kind of ketchup. Yeah, Greek yogurt's good. Gluten is horrible. There's so many things. I know all those things. But if I find, yeah, smoking weed would actually be bad. Smoking is bad because I think because my esophagus gets all heated up from the acid growing up that it hurts. So I can't smoke anything for any reason as well. There's just a lot of stuff. It's wild. You did too, Oak? Intermittent fasting is solved. Yeah, I got to do more of that, dude. Yeah, that's all right. I appreciate it. Hey, man, I'm constantly like giving you guys advice and telling you what I think. I really appreciate you guys caring enough to try and give me some. I've done the apple cider vinegar thing too. Yeah. Sauerkraut kimchi. Yes. And I'm doing probiotics, all that stuff. Pro and pre. Mike has a solution. All right, I'll take a look at that too. All right, let's move off my health problem though. I really do appreciate all of the insights. I'm actually really excited about this BIP 179, whatever the fuck it was. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I want clean stuff too. Vinegar gummies. That's a weird thing. Might have to check that out. Any thoughts on BITF has lagged other miners? Nope. Raw raccoon might be a good for your stomach. Raw raccoon? All right, fuck you guys. I'm moving on.
In their response so far.
Is that the person talking, or is that what you're telling me to eat a raccoon?
Signaled that he could be potentially willing to cut some sort of deal on Taiwan. He's criticized Taiwan, saying that they should be paying more, or that they somehow ran off with like the chip industry versus the U.S. So because he has
guys, Tesla is at $299.30. It is right near the 300 mark today. This is crazy.
Been suggesting that the relationship might not be as close as
we're going to fast forward because Bell's coming
Biden
up.
Has mentioned,
and again, we have more data coming out too,
as well as the Chinese authorities.
CleanSpark's halted. I didn't know that.
Eunice,
I'm kidding. Go back to the beginning of the video.
Continue. We'll talk to you soon.
I'm not talking about it again.
With us today. When we come back, EV makers and Elon Musk in focus from Tesla's
catch a raccoon and a porcupine,
to the latest results
exactly
from Rivian and Lucid today.
Raw
We'll get to
squirrel.
DraftKings,
That's a new
Paramount,
idea.
Airbnb, Expedia, Sweet Green, Pins, Affirm.
See, guys, to the 635 people that are here, this is the kind of stuff you're missing in other streams. You're missing all this great health advice. If you guys ever thought about eating raw squirrel, now you know. It's good for you. That's not true, by the way. For anybody who's like borderline retarded, please don't do that and then sue me. Okay? All right, let's fast forward. Let's get live.
A conclusion, even if it's not necessarily one that aligns with your view?
No.
Rebecca,
like Chico. No.
Guys, hit the like button for Jesse.
Look, I think it's a great company.
You guys are great. I love you guys.
I think down 6 is a good
All right, so we have more economic data coming out in 1 minute.
When it hit 28, and then bingo, BROS.
That's the Asians.
These companies are sticky, David, because you realize they've got multi-city roadmap. They've got a really good model. This infinite kitchen is
they have
great.
A lot more room to grow. I remember,
yes.
Of course, coming on the day
they drank bleach for COVID. Was that a problem?
I don't know. This company private for quite a long time before they were ready. They did. It's antithetical. Most people say, "Oh, let's go
killing me today."
And I think that what happened is when you get the stock to 42, I can see people saying enough is enough.
We have the best.
But then they come back.
Yes, we do.
They come back like Kava.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Right back with Kava.
It's funny. Kava performed quite well, Sweet Green. And then outside of this, I'm just thinking of the handful of
IPOs
what else
we got going on? Oil dropping today. That's expected, right?
Steve Huffman's doing such a great job.
We have yet to see.
Did you literally jump from X to YouTube to say the same thing?
That's why we like these.
No, you were on
There's a scarcity value to these new companies. And this company, when you go and you look at the Infinite Kitchen, David, you say, I want to buy some.
You guys are insane.
I want to buy some Infinite Kitchen. I think it's a great company.
Let's get to the opening bell.
There's the bell. We got a bell. We got a bell. We should look at some stuff now.
Broker-dealer, recognizing Veterans Day.
Did I see Joe go after Anthony Scaramucci? No, but that sounds fun. We might have to check that out. All right, let's get over here real quick. Not it. Okay, let's go over here. We're going to pull up the tickers. Thank you to the 658 people that are here. This is actually a really large number for a Friday, too. Tesla getting ready to break 300. We love that. That's going to continue. I said the next area to kind of really hit resistance is 325, 330. I'll probably be selling another small block of my options contracts when we get there. And let's look at the watch list today. See how things are going. Let's block down 6 point. Is this real? Is this today? Block down 5.66%. Did they report earnings today? Or was that last night? They must not have done too good. I'll look at that in a second. But let me sort here. Let's see who's winning. Matic. That's a shitcoin that I own, up 8.6%. Injective, another shitcoin I own, up 6%. I think Injective, if I'm correct, is a layer 2 on Ethereum. I don't remember. MSTU, up 4.22. The gift that keeps giving, MSTU. AVAX, up 4%. Sol, up 4%. Near, up 3.66. Atom, up 3.2. Cypher Strategies, up 2.75. Doge, I don't own Cypher Sol Strategies, by the way. Doge, up 2.37. A lot of shit coins today, guys. It's a shit coin kind of day. And then maybe a Tesla day, maybe a SoFi day. TLT's up today. Loving that. I bought some TLT yesterday. That doesn't suck. Render's up a little bit. Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh, I'm sorry, Best Buy, another dead company. PayPal up 1% today. Loving that. Upstart's up 22. Wow. That's probably a good sign for SoFi, too. And for PayPal. That just helps drag up the whole market. That whole buy now, pay later shit. Like Dorsey, but bad, CEO. Pan W, all-time high. BTC dominance, pulling back for alts. Is it really? Cool. What's the shitcoin market look like? Let's check the daily on this. Wow. Look at that top 100 today, guys. This is why we buy the shitcoins. Wow. Let's look at the week on the shitcoins. What? Is this smoking grass? What is this even? Stupid. It's not even a billion. There's going to be all kinds of retarded shit that goes up. Nero, you got a nice little dog over here. You got Crow. This is an old one. You got Goat. You'll know, guys, that my channel has went downhill if I create a shit coin and start pitching it to you. Be worried. Okay? It'll be like Gastro. And then just like immediately unsubscribe from everything I do. Okay? Unsubscribe from all of it. All right, let's look at the economic data. Let's get to work today. Since I was looking at the wrong information because of this time zone change for some reason. Tesla hit 300? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Oh, dude, it has. Oh, it's right at the doorstep. Did it get there? Oh, it's so close, guys. Let me know if we pop the cherry, guys. Let me know. I'm going to jump over here and look at economic data. Oh, that Tesla trade. That's been a pretty good one. It is updated. Still says 10 a.m. Maybe it's actually 10 a.m. So it looks like we do have Friday data. We got Fed Bowman speaking. Nobody cares. But it looks like Michigan consumer sentiment is at 10. So we'll come back for that. So we're good for a while. There's been a bunch of stuff updating. I might have looked at this. I'm so tired. I'm delirious today. This is not my finest work. I just want to say. It's not. Gets better. Yeah, we're knocking on the door. If we don't break 300, I'm shocked. This pattern just looks like a continuation. Oh, there we go. Boom. 302. 302. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Here we go, guys. The race to 320 right now. Right now on macro to micro. The race to 320. Who's ready for another big fucking day? How long for 320? Today? Maybe? Monday? Something like that. Could be today. If it's today, I'm going to make so much money. Again. I only made $250,000 yesterday, but I made $850,000 the day before. So if we can do this again, this will be easily the best week of my life from a financial standpoint. And you got to remember, guys, the measured move for this retarded looking inverse head and shoulders And here, we got to do the double shoulders, though, just to make it real. We got to do the double shoulders. So this is like the weirdest head and shoulder or inverse head and shoulders. But we got our double shoulders. We popped it like it's hot. The measured move is 499 on this. We're already at 304, so I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. I think we're going fast, guys. This is hot and heavy. Let's see what kind of news we might have on Tesla. I'm just going to take a look here. If you guys get any other news-related stuff, throw it in chat, guys. Let's. We're a team here. You guys know this already. I should probably post something online to let people know that I'm really smart with Tesla and they should follow me. It's too much work, though. We'll just hang out. Tesla first store in the Philippines. Woo, woo. I don't think that's the news that did it, but that's great to hear. Let's go ahead and put that out. I think, guys, we're just at a time where it's on like Donkey Kong. This is what we waited for. I told you, if Trump gets elected, it's going to be huge for the markets, and it's going to be huge for Tesla. And what's happening? Exactly that. Course is up. Maybe CleanSpark will follow. I mean, CleanSpark won't follow at all. It won't move an inch. I can guarantee you that. Let's see. Where's CleanSpark at? Frozen. Frozen in time. Let's look at that. Let's look at the 1 hour chart on CleanSpark. Let's go to that. Let's go to the 5 minute chart on CleanSpark. This is CleanSpark, guys. Flatlined. 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 If you see that change, you let me know, okay? Actually, I'm going to do this. We're going to put this on here. We want this thing to scream at us if it goes in any direction. We want it to weep. We want all the news. We want alerts on top of alerts on top of alerts for CleanSpark in all directions. We're just going to have this thing just yell. It's going to be like just popping up alerts on my screen nonstop the entire time. Oh, do. Oh, I gotta love that 305. You guys let me know if we keep crushing it on there, okay? We're gonna get back to our economic. Oh, no, wait, we didn't have any. It's not until 10. Could you imagine if Mama Kamala, I gotta get it right, won, and this week was more inverse to the downside? Oh, dude, we'd be fucked. Tesla would be fucked. I don't know what's going on with Ionic, but I am pretty good at muting chat. So if we hear that every day, if you post, Alejandro, I don't want to say this, man, but I will say this, okay? If you post every day, like, look at the price action on Ionic, I'll block you. I don't want to do that, bro. I will. I don't give a fuck about price action. I've already said I don't want my chat spammed with Ionic. Actual news-related stuff, if you want to post that, that's cool. If you're in the Discord, you could do it there. You can post all you want, man. I don't care about that, but I don't want you pushing Ionic in this chat every fucking day because the price is moving. That's not the kind of investor I am. So I ask you kindly, please stop. Please stop, or it won't be a please anymore. I want to be very clear. Yeah, the bear gets pretty fucking feisty. I don't know if you guys have noticed that yet. You'd have to be pretty dense not to. All right, almost 700 people. If you guys could hit the like, it's appreciated. Let's see what else we got here. I'm trying to look to see if there's any other news-related events that I really want to cover. If you guys do have stocks, let's go ahead and get started. Mark, thank you for joining. Appreciate you being a member. I will jump over to a few other things. Again, guys, keep us up to date on how things are going today. Let's go over here to bookmarks. I want to look at U.S. economy. Just want to check this real quick. There's a few things that I probably haven't posted on. Is Solana going ape shit? There's probably a ton of stuff going ape shit. So U.S. economy. So there's something that Elon posted just the other day, and I wanted to talk to it. It says, however bad you think things are in the UK, it's worse. However bad you think things are in your world, it's way worse in the UK and Europe. Look at where the U.S. is for energy prices. Look at where China, Russia, Indonesia, Canada are, Argentina, right? Taiwan. Look at where the UK, Germany, Italy, France are. Look at Europe. Look at how pathetic these countries are. Look at how fucking pathetic Britain is. They are 4.5 times the expense of electricity than we are. And they think that us electing Trump is the problem, that America is the problem. It's you guys that are the fucking problem. It's Keir Starmer that's the problem, okay? Get that fucker out. Get a prime minister. Hold a prime minister for two quarters, okay? Dude, I paid 12 cents a kilowatt hour where I'm at. 12 cents. My electricity cost for my Tesla is a third of what gas is. A third. Again, yesterday, the Bank of England had to cut rates by 25 bips. We cut rates by 25 bips. They're gonna blame Trump for their energy price issues in the UK. Yeah, probably. Printed Pixels. Jesse, have you seen the events happening in Amsterdam? I've seen it. It's disgusting. I posted about it already. There's 7 missing Israeli people in Amsterdam right now because a bunch of Islamic terrorists have kidnapped them or beat the shit out of people, potentially killed them. So I posted that it's time to start taking out Islamic radicals and deporting them out of the country. Somebody said, well, how do you tell the difference? I said, maybe you arrest the fucking ones doing the crimes and close the fucking border. Crazy, I know. Is it? Why do we have borders? That's why. All right, Bitcoin. Google searches for Bitcoin are surging as the price hit 76,000 to make a record high. People follow price action. It's the herd mentality. It's how it works. So these numbers were at really low levels, and now they're going up. And, you know, we'll confirm this real quickly because we'll just look ourselves. We'll look ourselves and see what we find for Bitcoin right now. And then we'll go back a ways because we don't care about a day. What do I care about? I care about all of it. So this is a surge. This is a surge. So you guys got to look back here. If you look back, you can see previous bull market tops here, 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 and then the one that got neutered because the Fed raised rates at the most aggressive rate in history. Otherwise, I think we would have hit a new all-time high in search results. But we didn't, right? But we're climbing again, guys. And so this is the start of the second phase of this cycle. And you better be ready for it because it's coming for you. We just broke 704 people. I don't think I've ever had that in a market open. Can we take a moment to celebrate that? If you guys could share this out, if you guys could like, comment in the X everywhere, this is pretty fucking huge, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys very much for being here. And for the new people, I'm pretty great. Other people can attest. We got the Bitwise CIO, and I don't say that because I've got a huge ego. It's not that. Do think speak. I like that. Thank you for the $10, my friend. All right, so we got the Bitwise CIO. I love this guy actually, saying he's got $4.5 billion in assets under management. He says we're entering the golden age of crypto. We will see a strong bull market for years to come. That could be happening, but this time is different. I need a lot of confirmation that this time is different for me to believe that this time is different. But again, we have a bunch of great indicators. I've got about 12 to 15 indicators that will tell us when we think we're reaching the top. So I feel like we're going to be pretty good. Let's listen to this, though. What a Trump presidency means for crypto.
Crypto markets are rallying sharply this morning after last night's landslide election, which installed Trump in the White House and elected a very pro-crypto Congress in both the Senate and the House.
Sorry, it's a little low.
Bitcoin is at all-time highs. Other assets like Solana are rallying even further. I have 3 big takeaways from last night's election. The first big thing is we are entering the golden age of crypto.
I don't know, Rebecca. What's your
last 4 and
what's your
indeed
idea
the
next?
last 8 years, crypto has been operating with 1 or maybe 2 arms tied behind its back.
Who's super overconfident, Ryan?
It's faced aggressive persecution from the SEC, multiple lawsuits, and a regulatory cloud that kept mainstream out of crypto. That is going to be washed away, in my expectation, in the first 100 days of the new administration.
Yep.
And we're going to get a fair, balanced playing field where we'll see what crypto can do. That will mean stablecoin legislation, it'll be market clarity legislation, and most importantly, it will...
All right, so everything he's saying is right, but somebody said, why is Cardano up 20%? I don't know. Let's look at the daily on the top 100 cryptos. I'd say that's not too crazy. Let's look at the week. I'd say Cardano's underperforming some of these. So this is just like, it's just like the question of why is my Bitcoin miner not doing great? It doesn't fucking matter. Who cares?
We'll remove the cloud hanging over crypto and allow institutional investors to evaluate it for what it is. From my perspective, that's going to be more flows and more adoption and a strong bull market for years to come. The second thing to remember is that we were already in a bull market prior to last night's election.
To be clear, guys, I block liberally. And sometimes it might be the wrong people. If I think somebody is spamming chat, I block. If I think they're being a dipshit, maybe you're joking about something, I block. I block liberally, but I also unblock really liberally too. So if I block somebody incorrectly, I apologize. Okay, I do apologize. It's not my intent. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes good people get caught up in the mess.
With multiple significant catalysts.
And the reason for that is I try to remove noise. And sometimes I remove people when I shouldn't. Okay, I'm looking for signal all the time. So the less noise I have, the more signal I find.
Pushing us towards all-time highs. We had record institutional investment into crypto. You can see that in the $23 billion of net flows into Bitcoin ETFs this year, which, by the way, I expect to accelerate in 2025. We had the effect of the Bitcoin halving in April of this year, reducing supply in the market. We had record fiscal deficits. U.S. debt is now $36 trillion and adding $1 trillion every 100 days. And I don't expect that to slow down in a new administration. We had real-world use cases emerging like stablecoins and prediction markets and gaming. And we had blockchain technology improving at an accelerating rate. I was already very bullish before last night's election. Now I'm the most bullish I've ever been. The third thing I would add is a note of caution. All that yesterday's election does is put crypto on a level playing field. There are both good and bad projects in crypto, things that will thrive in this level playing field and things that will fail. It's incumbent on investors to know the difference. We'll be doing our part at Bitwise through CIO memos and research reports, and I encourage you to do your part as well. One closing thought, which is to offer congratulations to all of you who stuck your neck out on crypto when it was unpopular, who saw opportunity where others saw only risk.
He's great. I can't remember his name, but he's so great. He's brilliant too. He's brilliant. And I had to crank that up. It was a really low volume, but again, Cynthia Loomis talking about a strategic Bitcoin reserve will allow the U.S. to address meaningful portion of our debt, plus strengthen our hand. See currency wars for a good primer on the stupid games, stupid prizes cycle we're in. Let's break that cycle and refocus on prosperous future for Americans. She put forth a bill to buy 1 million or have 1 million Bitcoin in like the next 3 to 5 years. I can't even remember what the number is. Very, very fascinating stuff, guys. This is cool. This is, I can't overemphasize what a great cycle we're in currently and how positive it is. And I love this one yesterday from Digital Asset News. Shh, we're in control now. And then MicroStrategy will spend $10 billion buying Bitcoin over the next year, which is more than the total amount it has spent buying BTC since 2020. Do you guys realize what rocket fuel that is for Bitcoin's price action over the next year? And that's just one company. There's tons of companies, tons of nation states, tons of businesses that are pushing towards this, especially with the FASB accounting rules being pushed for everybody. Right now, they're just optional. But the new changes that went in at the beginning of this last year are going to be permanent and applicable to everyone with this next year. That alone helps the price of MicroStrategy just with that rule, because the FASB accounting rules will change and it will basically make it to where they got a lot more in assets than they had before. So this is good stuff, guys. This is crazy. I hope you guys understand just how much is happening. Anthony Pompliano said if the United States establishes a Bitcoin reserve, it will kick off a global FOMO unlike anything we've ever seen before. How do we know that? Well, the Chinese media is reporting on Donald Trump's plans to make the U.S. world's crypto capital and establish a Bitcoin or a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So imagine that. Imagine China. They've fucked up before, guys. If you don't know this, if you don't know your history well, back when everybody was getting on the gold standard, China's like, oh, no, we're good. We're going to do the silver standard. Everybody's going to come to the East and be a part of us. That fucked them. And they were on the wrong currency or the wrong world reserve store of value. Well, they're doing that again with gold. Gold is the old method. It's not the new one. It's not the right one. And so they're doing that again. And I think they're going to be worried about doing that again. And I think they're going to jump on the train too, especially as they see the rest of the world moving to it, because hopefully they haven't deleted that part of their history and know it's a big deal. Bitcoin Magazine also had Detroit, Michigan to become the largest U.S. city to accept Bitcoin and crypto as payment for taxes. Probably some signal there. We've got Dennis Porter. I've been speaking to pro-Bitcoin lawmakers across the world. You wouldn't believe the level of excitement that the U.S. is leading on Bitcoin. When the USA leads on Bitcoin, it empowers lawmakers worldwide to move Bitcoin forward. Extremely bullish on global Bitcoin adoption. He also said, I can confirm that in 2025, multiple states will have a strategic Bitcoin reserve legislation introduced. You know Cynthia Loomis's is. And I talked about this yesterday. I won't go into it again, but if you guys haven't read software, you need to. Because Bitcoin equals bit power. It's not just a currency. It is the source of truth for the entire planet in the future. And Bitcoin is the currency for the world in the future. And it could maybe even theoretically remove kinetic war. It sounds crazy, but I think it's true. LW, making money is easy. Just join and listen to Jesse. He's way ahead of the curve. Give it a try. I like to think I'm ahead of the curve. Sometimes I'm too ahead of the curve. Look at PayPal. All right, let's go back here. Let's check prices. How are things going? Is anything moving? CleanSpark, halted. We're at 306 on Tesla. That seems good. I might have to sell some of that. Might have to just nibble off a little bit. I sold about 1%. Was it 1%? I think it was 1%. No, it wasn't 1%. It was like, I don't know, something like that. Check my trades. But I sold a little bit yesterday. I'm probably going to nibble off another % today, maybe. Put it in some TLT or something like it. Maybe ARGT. CleanSpark's up 4.46. It is not. It was just halted. Ignore that. Coin's up 5%. Matic up still. Tesla climbing up, just surpassing all this other stuff. Just like, fuck you. I'm going up. Palantir up 2%. Nice. Good job for the Palantir bros. All you Palantards out there, congratulations. Some of them might get offended by that, but they don't know. That's literally the name they used for like the majority of the community for a long time. Robinhood up. That's great. I got a bunch of that too. SoFi up. Yeah. It's a good day, guys. PayPal up almost 1%. ArcG up 0.6. Might have to buy some ArcG today. What's a loser today? What are the losers? Baba. Square. Glad I don't own these. Hims. Glad I don't own it. Cypher. I think I have some of that, so I'm losing there. Not sure why they're down. Bonk. Volatility is down. U.S. oil is down. Love that. Called that. Let's look at that. All right. Let's look at a bunch of stuff here, guys. Is the dollar dropping or is it going up? The dollar is up today. Maybe that's because China's shit in the bed. But I still think our path, guys, is very clear. It's this. It's headed down, in my opinion. Now, that could be wrong if we could have a surge in the dollar, but that would be short-lived, and it would just be incredibly positive for the country. Maybe not every stock initially, but it just means that everybody's excited about the dollar and buying the shit out of it. But I would argue for a good reason this time. Not just because the world's falling apart around them, but because they believe in American exceptionalism. And that's a concept that hasn't been around for a long time. I'm late to the party. Any updates on CleanSpark? No. It's halted. It could be halted for 10 days. It's probably good. Read my post on X or go back to the beginning of the video. Jesse, is Bit Digital worth having a position? I don't have one. 2 a.m. New York. Yep. Mark Bentley, MU, Micron. Yeah, we could look at that. Justin, damn, Enphase starting to look good. Is it falling? Is that why it's looking good? Southbound Lamb, Tesla up. Yes, it is. The final countdown. What was Jesse saying about options that are out of the money in CleanSpark go out, bought out? Did I miss? So here's what can happen. And this is the worst case scenario, and I don't think people should lean towards it. I'll say this one more time, and then I'm moving on, okay? So let me just show you my post real fast on CleanSpark. So this is what happened with the warrant market yesterday. And I think this is wrong. It wasn't 1,132%. I think the contracts were like at 4%, and then they went up to 26 cents. And they did that in a fucking day. And that's a big deal. And that's probably what halted the market for CleanSpark. Now, there is other stuff going on too. The halt right now says they're halting for news, okay? So we do know that there's news, but the news wasn't released and the warrant market exploded higher. So what is this telling me? It's telling me there's probably really good fucking news, and it drove the price of CleanSpark warrants through the roof. That tells me there's probably a really bullish thing coming for CleanSpark. Now, some people are speculating that they're getting bought out. I think that's stupid. Why do I think that's stupid? Why did they ask for $600 million in a doubling of their convertible debt or whatever it is in order to be able to acquire more companies if they're the ones getting bought out? Doesn't make any fucking sense. So if anything, they're doing the buying. Somebody said maybe it's a merger. I doubt it. But here's the deal. If somebody's buying them or there's a merger of some kind, which I doubt, then you could have an issue if you're way out of the money, just like what happened with Matterport, where they got bought. Okay? And if you were out of the money, you lost. I still made 100% because I got the fuck out of those. And everybody that followed me knew the path to take because the things that we owed were right at the target for what they ended up, or close to it, for what they ended up getting bought out at. So we knew that those things were going to expire worthless. So we sold our shit. And I told everybody, I sold everything. Here's why. And I blasted that out to my group. And a bunch of you got out too and got out at a great price. Okay. So if there's anything like that, we will definitely be posting the shit out of it and sharing it within the Discord and on X right away. And I won't do on X, I won't do like this. Well, should I do that? I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. I'll probably do a members only. I'll probably do a members only on X. Yeah, I'll probably do that. And then I'll post it to the Discord too. So anybody on there, you'll get to see the latest and greatest from what I'm seeing from my take, okay? We'll do it there because I don't want to give it, I don't know. And people can share it out to the rest of the world. I don't give a shit. But I want the people that invest in this group to benefit first. How do you get on the Discord? I've got that on the main pin profile, but I'll just do this real quick. I'll show you here. This is how you sign up for the Discord. But again, on X, you'll be able to get it too right away. I'll probably post it to X first, and then I'll copy and paste that and dump it in the Discord. So just so you know, it's probably going to be there first. You just tagged me in a tweet. Okay, let me take a look. Is it news, I'm assuming? Let's see here. Jesse, is this you? Can you look at this? Oh, yeah. So this is redeemable warrants exercisable for shares of common stock at an exercise price of $165.24. So what this should be saying to you guys is that if CleanSpark hits $165.24, then these warrants are redeemable. Okay? Now, that's why the halt probably happened, because this thing all of a sudden started screaming higher, like I said in my post. So let me just go back over here again, just so you guys can understand this, okay? And I should be right on all this. Yeah, I should be right on all this. I know this well enough. But again, so you see this screaming higher. It was only at 26 cents, so it wasn't nearly high enough, right? But like, again, warrants are just another way to purchase. I'm not going to go into what all the details of a warrant are, but this got halted because you don't have like an 800% increase in a warrant in a day. And that news that you were just looking at was from the 1st of November, guys. That was 7 days ago. So that's not it, but that is a part of the puzzle. We won't have answers, guys, until they unhalt it. They're going to unhalt it. They're going to release the news. Then they're going to unhalt it so that everybody has a fair advantage, okay? And I don't know what they're going to do with the warrants. We'll see. He gave 2017 examples. Yeah, I gave an example of how this has worked in the past. So if you look over here, I explained what the T12 is. I used Grok for that too as well. I said it was halted yesterday afternoon. It's most likely because the warrants exploded in price with the New York Stock Exchange. We also have that notification from the NASDAQ, how they were going to issue warrants too. I said, here's an example of a previous halt that occurred, and then I gave you the grok definition of it. And then I also get posted underneath, hey, by the way, and this is showing the 2.4 million quantity trade execution that closed the one-sided warrant market at the end of the day yesterday. So again, weird shit. And I said too, hey, this can happen, that we can be halted for up to 10 days. Okay? That's it. This is the last time I'm talking about it. Tesla's up 4% on the day. That's amazing. I probably will sell a little Tesla today, guys. You know me, I'm all about open disclosure. CleanSpark still halted. Tesla crushing it. Love that. Love that. Tesla's right up at the top of the list. That's amazing. HIMS. Was HIMS down 8% today? Ouch. Not sure what that's about, but sorry for anybody who owns it. Haha, Jesse is done talking about... I'm trying to be. With no time will be fun to watch. Jarrett Bell, have you analyzed SMLR, similar scientific that Danny Marquez believes is essentially a smaller cap? MicroStrategy NAV looks higher. Yeah, there's a bunch of those, right? There's Metaplanet. There's anybody who buys Bitcoin is essentially trying to do that play. I can tell you this, just like the whole winner take all thing that James from Invest Answers talks about, he uses that commonly with Tesla. He uses that commonly when he's referencing Solana, when he's referencing Bitcoin. I believe in that approach. So I believe the best investment is, and the most liquid one is going to be MicroStrategy. And that's the one I would use as a synthetic Bitcoin play that can give you a dividend of sorts. Okay, that's the one I would use. Joanne Johnson, I'm guessing that pharma-related stocks will get hit for a while. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It does, right? Like they should get hit. Don NG, please go back and watch the replays of Jesse talking about CleanSpark. There's like 4 of them now. Rodolfo, JT, look at their growth. Leon Ho, Tesla is going to break 310. I think it gets to in the 320s, and I'm going to be a seller of maybe 1 or 2% at least at that level. Centelli on consumer sentiment. Oh, he's talking about that right now? Is he right now talking about it? Oh, hey, all right, cool. Let's we like ourselves a little Rick. Little Rick never hurt anything. I mean, he turns purple every once in a while, but we love him.
We're getting some UMISH. Let's get consumer sentiment with Rick Santelli. Hey, Rick.
Oh, do I not have this set up right?
Hi, Carl. Indeed. Now, these are November preliminary. In a couple of weeks, we'll get, different numbers. We'll update them. But what's important here is it's a real mixed bag. Pay attention. Headline number, much better than expected, 73. It's about 2 points better and sequentially higher than 70.5. That's the strongest since April of this year. Now, if we go to current conditions, it's coming in on the light side at 64.4. It's the lightest, just since September. On the expectation side, much stronger, 78.5.
Everybody's going to be optimistic. Consumer sentiment's going to go through the roof.
And sequentially, really powerful versus...
Whoa, wait a sec. Sorry. CleanSpark just made a comment. That's important. We need to move to that immediately. Let's go back up here. All right, here we go, guys. Did they? No, they didn't. Where'd they make a comment? Send me a link. I see nothing since November 5th on their main page, which is where I would assume they would comment. Unless it's unless it's Zach or Matthew. But you think they do it as official notification. Yeah, there's nothing, dude. Yeah, there's nothing. Please don't say stuff like that unless it's real. And if you do, throw out a link, dude. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let me see here. 15 seconds ago. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it was Matthew. All right. Thank you, guys. Sorry for talking shit. All right. Let's I'm not going to read all this. Fuck that. 1 second.
Share this article. No change to company's business, operations, or financial statements. Las Vegas, November 8th, 2024. PR Newswire. CleanSpark Inc. NASDAQ. CLSK, America's Bitcoin miner.
Oh, warrant conversion error.
Address the trading halt.
Oh, this is great, guys. This is great.
Following an issue relating to the calculation of the number of outstanding warrants.
It'll be fine.
CLSW, the warrants, and the number of shares underlying those warrants. The trading halt is not the result of any issue associated with CleanSpark's business operations, filings with the SEC, financial statements, or securities.
Problem gone.
The warrants were originally issued by Greed Infrastructure Inc., Greed.
Yeah,
and
Theo, you called that,
CleanSpark warrants in connection with the company's acquisition of Greed on October 30th, 2024, in connection with the consummation of the acquisition of Greed and pursuant to the terms of the merger agreement. The warrants were to be adjusted to reflect the merger exchange ratio of 0.069593885 of a share of the company's common stock for each share.
All right, I don't care. That's good enough. Let me real quickly just take this. I want to put this under my previous thread so that everybody is aware of what happened. That's great. Okay, so that problem solved, guys. It's all good. Let's go here. All right, cool. Let me just go over here too. I'll update this because I just did like a really quick post, but all right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Sorry for talking shit for a second there. Thank you guys very much. They'll lift the halt when they fixed it. It's a clerical error. They'll lift it. They'll probably have to reset some stuff with the warrant market because it got all fucked up, and then we'll be good. So it was literally a nothing burger at all. All right. So anyway, let's get back to it. Let's go back to Rick.
74.1. 78.5 would be the strongest level going all the way back to July of 21.
Congrats,
now,
Johnny.
The inflation data, and here's some surprises. If we look at the one-year inflation rate, it moved down again. It's been steadily coming down. It's not near 2%, but it's getting closer, 2.6. It's 1/10 cooler than the windshield, 1/10 cooler than the rear view mirror. 2.6 would be the lightest level since of 2020. But I do want to let you know that the last couple of months, even a 2.7 would comp to the same D's of 2020.
I'm going to leave this alone for a second. I want to actually look at myself. I think that all of this is probably good. I need to switch to, oh, it's this week. Okay, let me go down. So we got this fixed now. So I was missing a ton of the details. So Michigan consumer sentiment, 73, way better than expected. Michigan 5-year inflation expectations, 3.1%, just 0.1% higher than expected. Not a big deal. Michigan consumer expectations, 78.5 versus 74.2. Fucking amazing. Michigan current conditions, 64.4 versus 65.1. People think things suck in Michigan right now. That's why they voted for Trump. So this makes sense. Michigan inflation expectations are 2.6%, 0.1% lower. This is all good. All of it's good. Boom, done. That's finished. WASD report comes out at 12. Probably need to do some digging in there. That's it, though, guys. This is all good. This is all good. This is exactly what we want. 88% here, Utah, and yes, sir, thanks to Jesse. That's awesome, guys. I'm really happy. I'm really happy when you guys win. I'm going to try and make sure that happens a lot, at least based on the recommendations, well, the non-financial recommendations that I give, my thoughts, just my thoughts, okay? Because I'm not responsible for your actions. I'm not responsible for your gains, and I'm not responsible for your losses. That's all on you. But I am trying to, again, be responsible for myself, be responsible for the things that I believe, and make sure that I find truth in everything that I do. That is my goal in life, to be true to myself, to be true to the people around me, and hopefully in that truth, you will find benefit. Okay? So that's my goal. It's my life's mission. I didn't know that years ago, but that's what it is.
20.
I don't even know. We don't need to listen to Rick anymore.
It was 1 year.
Boris, thank you for joining. Appreciate you, sir. So there's really nothing going on there. So CleanSpark gone. That's not an issue anymore. Making a bunch of money off of Tesla. Probably making a bunch of money off of Bitcoin. Let's look at the sword again here real quick and see how we're doing. Tesla up a lot. No, Eunice was not halted at all. Eunice is fine. Plus, the name sounds like Eunice, Yoon, and I love Eunice, Yoon, so there's no way I'm getting rid of Eunice. Okay? All right, guys. Let me just look here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else interesting. I really don't know if there is. The other thing's at 12. I might make a trade here in a little bit. We'll see. I got out of Matterport when you called it last year and made big gains. Thanks, Jesse. You're welcome. Jesse is the man. Fuck off, meet Kevin. But I still hope Kevin returns. I hope Kevin turns normal, dude. I really miss who Kevin used to be. Let's just look at this. Oh, and I got to watch this. I'm going to tag this real quick because I can't forget
Hi, everybody.
This one. I got to save this. But let me pull up a new session here. I'll actually move this back over. I want to keep that one because I need to pull that up. But I got to say, guys, let me just pull up YouTube here. Meet Kevin is weird lately. Like, weird, dude. I don't love Meet Kevin right now and who he is. Let me see. Meet Kevin. Like, it's just, he's trying to, I like the version of him where he was just kind of goofy and shit and just doing his thing. Meet Kevin, you know, back, I don't know, before he got too cocky. I hope I never turn into that. Let me see here. Yeah, he's got people watching him right now. 4,800 people. They're confused.
As international
but
companies
just like,
look to those companies
he's the
onshore,
suit guy
like
now, and he's
earlier.
rebranded, and he's showing his corporate jet in the background. What the fuck, dude, is happening to Kevin?
Which is, of course, politically
He's like all
areas,
Bloomberged up now.
security
This is
threats,
not the guy I liked
threats to
back
our
in the day.
borders.
I'm gonna give him a
Those
like on
types
his
of
post,
industries,
but
I think, will
fuck,
face
dude.
increased
This is just
scrutiny.
I don't know.
CFIUS and review that's
makes me sad. Makes me sad to see what Kevin's turning into. I think it's the opposite of what he should be doing. France has banned Polymarket. What a bunch of bullshit. Kevin's getting shaky, dude. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him. Yeah, we did see that, Keir. You're not Keir Starmer, are you? No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. We did see that. It's a nothing burger. The CleanSpark stuff is okay. So we're all good, guys. CleanSpark is good. Oh, they did finally post it. BAMP posted it first, and it looks like they posted it on CleanSpark's channel, too. Here. I'll repost my buddy Mortensen. He's a good dude. He's a Democrat. He's probably a little shell-shocked. Yeah, that's probably part of it. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I hope he can get back to, like, I hope he can get back to himself. He's got so much. He's rich. He has a private jet. He has a bunch of children. If you look at Kevin's life, everything should be good. He should be really happy. You know what I mean? He should be really happy. It just saddens me that he's not there. I hope he finds that. I hope he finds peace. Peace is the most beautiful thing you can find in your life, man. When people can be absolutely shitty to you and you're happy and loving life, it doesn't get any better than that. And that's the kind of stuff I hope Kevin can find. Looks like I'm up another 100,000 or something on just Tesla. So I'm going to sell probably another 2 contracts real quick here. Oh, what's the going rate? 85. That's a pretty good number. 84. I don't know. I might sell them. I might just let them sit too. Just shaving a little bit off the top, guys. Oh wow, they filled right away. That's crazy. How much were they up? What? 84.95? How much is that in a day? What the fuck? When I'm selling 20 to 30%, yeah, let's go back. Let's look at that. I need to get better. I got so many things I got to get better at. I probably need a team. I probably need people to do some of the repetitive daily stuff. My wife is already great in the Discord. You guys probably already know that. I suck at the Discord, but she's just a wonderful human being. But I need to get better at a lot of things. I'm just not what I should be. So I need help, I think. I think I'm going to have to do that. So a couple things. So one, I'm going to sell another block probably at like 324, 325, right around here. And here's why I'm doing it, guys. If we just move over a hair, you'll see a big volume, like trough right here. You see it right here, like 323, 324. I said this yesterday, but we're like a magnet. Once we broke out over here, and once we get past like 280, like a magnet, we're rolling down this shelf into this trough. So the 323 range is a great place to sell a little bit. Not a lot though. Yeah, she's great. To join your Discord team to help that site. She's so wonderful, dude. And Matthew, aren't you the architect? Are you the architect? Matthew, if this is who I think it is, this is somebody who's volunteered to help out a lot and who is brilliant and had amazing suggestions already. And so my wife has so named him the architect. Yes. Yeah. So this is the architect, guys. He's the guy who's helping a lot with the Discord. We love him. So thank you very much for your assistance, man. It's not a strength of mine. And my wife is new to it. And so it really helps that there's somebody like you there. And thank you again for all your contributions to the community and contributing to this group. It's huge, dude. Tesla's up almost 5% today. Yeah, no more secret identity. The architect. The architect sounds more mysterious, that's for sure. But thank you, dude, for everything. We both really appreciate it a lot. My wife was just talking about you yesterday, too. Justin watched his video. The title was $3 million bet or something. No, it was a $14 million bet. Here, just 1 second. It was $14 million bet. Let me find it real quick. Oh, that's not the one. Let me go over here. Oh, I already closed it. Son of a bitch. All right, here. I'll find it real quick. I don't want to miss the Stanley Druckenmiller one. If you type in $14 million bet, I should be up there. If you type in $14 million bet, I should be near the top. I'm at the top, yeah. So if you look up $14 million bet, I am the top post. I am the person. There you go. Test message says Aptery X1214. We didn't see it. Sorry. So yeah, if you click on that, you'll see my bet. And this was from a while ago, right? Nobody was talking about making $6 to $14 million on Tesla 7 months ago. I was. I have an even better version though. It's called the 4 phases of consolidation. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, this one. This is my best right here, guys. This is the good one. And this, I got to rewind here a little bit, it looks like, but it's so weird looking at the quality.
Anything that I've said that you like, comment to support the channel. Make sure you...
What a nerd. Horrible lighting, too. Yeah, let me find this real quick here. So this one is my best, guys. This one is my best. Right there. That's the one I would watch if you watch anything. I show the history of Tesla, like major events that have occurred throughout time. And then I show why we're in the 4th phase of consolidation and getting ready to have our 4th boom. And I tie it with like key delivery items, like when models of cars came out and product lines and stuff. God, that was just horrible. So cheesy. I need to make like a year. I haven't been around a year yet. It's been close, guys. So I'm gonna make a video that kind of shows the transition of the channel. I think just a quick highlight reel, but just showing the birth of this craziness. Also, I need to get some coffee. You know what? I might even just call it, guys. I hate to do that, but I've got a lot I need to do today. It's gonna be a great day, I think, guys. And I didn't do a great job actually answering your question about Tesla. Let me go back to that real quick before I go. I've been all over the place today. I'm sorry. I did not get a lot of sleep, guys. So a couple things. So the 324 range, right? That's a zone, and that's coming close, and that's probably today, I think, maybe. And then the next zone is the $390 range. That's the next one I care about. The next zone is the measured move, or our inverse head and shoulders, which is just a hair before 500. So really, it's 324. It's 390-ish. And it is 490-ish, and then it is 600-ish. Okay? So that's what we're looking at. And then my stretch goal, which I think is attainable, actually, it's the .618 retracement zone. I think, and people mocked me horrendously for this. Mocked me horrendously, but I think there's a crazy chance by June of 2026 we could be at 915 or have hit that. That means Tesla has went up 190% from where it is today. But I will be for sure all out of options by 596, a 90% increase from where we are. That's probably when I'm out of options, and then I'll just be in stock and I'll ride it for the rest. So it'll probably, that's why I put the $4 to $16 million or 6 to 14, whatever it was, because I'm more conservative. Okay. I'm more conservative and I like to get out early. That's why I take little profits. I took another couple of contracts today. I actually should post that. I need to post that. I try to do that timely, but since we're in the stream, you guys kind of get it first. But I'm going to probably buy some TLT today, or maybe ARCG. Maybe ARCG. I cashed out like 17 grand, so maybe I'll buy ARCG. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm probably going to call it right here. So we'll give, I think today has to be robot day. So it's going to be a robot day. I love you guys. I will see you on the flip. I hope you have a great weekend. Like I said, I'm probably going to be hanging out with my buddy Tanner, Future Invest. So this weekend. So if that happens, I'll post on X and let you guys know. Otherwise, have a good day, man.
Optimus, the robotic humanoid under development by Elon Musk's Tesla Inc., is sparking concerns around job security.
This is not financial advice, silly.
Robot just stole my job. I'm there like, oh my god. I blame it on Elon. He's taking all I got. Turned up to work and went to start my day. Was barely late, like 9:08. So took my coffee break. Then I got hungry, so I just stopped by the free buffet. But then to my dismay, I heard somebody say, "Attention humans, you have lost, you have not met your quota. Pack your belongings in a box, now it's over." Robot just stole my job. I'm there like, oh my god. I blame it on Elon. He's taking all I got. But I'm in management. I work hard every day. I need these benefits, health and 401k. How could they do this shit though? Where will I trade my crypto? I had a second monitor for Twitter. Where will it go? Somebody please stop the bus. I mean, not the fuss, but there's lots of us. And now you say you won't pay me to play ping pong because Optimus. I mean, who employs a damn humanoid? Some new droid for you to exploit, deploy to destroy your human droid. No lunch breaks, great, get a few deployed. Your time is up, human inferior to me. I'll take it from here. You're relieved of your duty. Robot just stole my job. I'm there like, oh my god. I blame it on Elon. He's taking all I got. Robot just stole my job. I'm there like, oh my god. I blame it on Elon. He's taking all I got. It's okay, human, please don't cry. You can always go and become a Twitter thread guy. Make pretty pictures with Midjourney on your new PC. Or make some YouTube videos about ChatGPT. Sucker. Robot just stole my job. I'm there like, oh my god. I blame it on Elon. He's taking all I got. Robot just stole my job. I'm there like, oh my god. I blame it on Elon. He's taking all I got. I mean, I didn't even write this song. I just used ChatGPT because it's way easier. Holy shit. We are so doomed. Robot just stole my job. Robot just stole my job.